Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to 49 Faithfully. We're your hosts, Miriah Lee and Teran Lewis. And today we're joined by a very special guest, my guy, our guy, Ty. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
What up?
What's
How you
going
doing,
on?
Ty?
How y'all doing? I'm doing good.
Good, man.
It's
How's the
a
East Coast treating
good
you?
good Wednesday. East Coast as well. It's a little cold front coming through. A little rainy right now, but
Oh, raining too. Okay.
other than that, it's okay.
I'm about to
Okay.
pass out, and he
Yeah.
says,
I know you got cool weather and rainy over here, and Mariah's over here about to pass out with a 78-degree house that she got. Yeah, that's crazy. Well, I just wanted to say a few things before we get this show moving. First and foremost, I appreciate each and every one of you. We have about 20 listeners in here right now. I appreciate you all. You can be doing anything you want, but you're here with us. But what I wanted to say is, I've been kind of quiet on the timeline and stuff, but as a 49er fan, this organization has been a gold standard. I know we lost our last 3 Super Bowls, but man, you look at teams in history, we're top 5. Gold standard organization. So it disgusts me as much as I love this 49ers fan base. It disgusts me that I see people going after each other so much. People, want to fight each other, pulling up at other people's houses because they want to fight because you think Kyle Shanahan's a good coach and you don't think he is, stuff like that. As a gold standard organization, we need to be a gold standard fan base. We
Hmm.
need to treat each other with respect, even though we don't agree with our opinions. It's kind of shameful that I have to even say this. I'm not talking about you guys. I'm just talking about people that I've been seeing on the timeline. It's shameful because I'm been a 49ers fan for almost 40 years, and the fact that I'm seeing this is crazy to me. Like I said, it's not. We can all have our own opinion, whether you agree with it or not. But to sit there and say that, oh, if I see you on the street, I'm gonna knock you out and all this other stuff, like, come on, man, it's getting ridiculous. And so, second thing I want to say is I appreciate each and every one of you that vouched for Mariah and I about this March Madness of content creators for the 49ers. I can't speak for Mariah, but I do appreciate what you guys have done and, trying to say, hey, you forgot about 2 goats, all this stuff and all this other stuff. But personally,
Hmm.
it doesn't bother me. I mean, yeah, it's cool, but I'm not one of these people who care about the likes. And me and Mariah and I were a small channel under 1,000 subscribers, but we're a real channel. And that's not a slight to anybody. I'm just saying we don't care about kudos. We don't care about being put on a pedestal. We do this for fun. We do this because we love our football team, and that's where it ends. Like, we're not. I'm not sitting here looking for a payday. And I know a lot of content creators will not doesn't like to rock the boat because I know some of them have aspirations of maybe working
Hmm.
with the Niners one day and or being a broadcaster from the NFL. That's not my goal. So I get it, but at the same time, like, I don't. Me and Mariah are gonna give it to you straight. We don't care about hurting feelings. Our opinions are our opinions. I have mine. She has hers. We have Ty. He's gonna have his. It's not gonna be any disrespect and say, "Oh, you're crazy," blah blah blah. We're all gonna talk in a respectful manner, and that's what it comes down to, a fam. And I know not everybody's going to take heed of this, but I'm just wanted to get that off my chest and just say, hey, look, we're all 49er faithful. Let's treat each other with respect. And it doesn't have to go to, I'm going to knock you out and I'm going to see you on the street and disrespect you on the timeline just because I don't agree with what you say. So that's what I had to add to the show to start.
And I'm with you 100% there. I've stayed away from it because of that too. I've seen it going on. I'm like, these are grown people
Yes. It's not high school
acting like
kids.
acting like teenagers, like junior high school kids.
Yeah.
Like, are you serious? Talking about things they have no control of. It's not like I'm like dissing your family or your kids or something like that. It's talking about things, organization you really have no control of. You root for it, you love it. But seriously, this the way you're acting? Yeah. I
Yeah.
stayed off social a bit because of that, because it's like it doesn't make any sense at all.
None.
sounds great. What's up, fam? Hope everybody is doing great. Happy Wednesday. First giveaway, hashtag smile. And first giveaway will be we got, speaking
Ooh,
of goats, this
Oh yeah.
goat.
Steve Young.
Super Bowl
And
winner.
speaking of goats, this goat.
BA all day.
So that'll be the first giveaway. Make sure you get in there, hashtag smile. For those that saw on Twitter X, then you already know. For those that didn't know, before Ty leaves us today, we will be doing a giveaway for an AIYUK shirt. So like this shirt.
Yeah, I got one here too.
Awesome.
So we'll be doing a giveaway for that. So stick
This
around.
could be you, fam.
That could be you.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's funny too, because Ken was my favorite character on Street Fighter, so that's perfect.
This could be you. Cool. You could be cool with it like us. So stick around and you could win it. So shout out to Ty for adding into the giveaway fund because he will be taking care of that AIYUK shirt. You know, he doesn't, didn't ask for anything, but I want to make sure, since he's giving a giveaway, to the channel for us to give away to you guys, make sure that you guys are subscribed to his channel. The link to his channel is in the description of this video. If you're not, make sure you go click that link and go subscribe to his channel, please, and thank you.
Appreciate that.
Let's start off with some news that recently just broke. And well, after, let me say hi to the fam real quick. But let me pull this up.
Chat is popping already.
Yeah.
And we're gonna start off with Juwan Jennings.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of a pay. Only 1 year, so I'm not very thrilled with that, but we'll get into it. Chat, throwback, first in the door. Appreciate you. Melissa, what's up? We got Don in the house. What's up, Don? Vito, what's up, Vito? Maria, what's up, Maria? Carcast, yo. Rob D, what up? Denise, hello, family. Hello, special guest Ty.
Hey, Denise.
49er Media, what's good? Let me see. What up, Mike? Daniel Barry.
With the yo.
Let me get through real quick. We got Jess in the house. What's up, Jess? Says, love the shirt, Ty. If you guys see Ty's shirt, he's repping all the ladies. Shout out to Ty. Let me see. Almost through this list. Tony, what's good, Tony?
What up?
We got Football Ladybug in the house. What up, what up? That was everybody saying that TL was preaching. Everybody agrees with you.
Facts.
Jedi, bang, bang, nine again. Almost through. David Corona. I need a Corona right now. I'm fucking hot. You guys see how red my face is? That's how you know I'm freaking hot.
Ice cold Corona, huh?
Yep.
What up, Paul? All right. What's up? Everybody that's not in the chat, that's watching, that watches back on replay, what's up to you? Hope you guys are all doing well. Hashtag smile to get into the first giveaway. So yeah, Juwan Jennings signed because if you guys remember, the 49ers had put a tender on him. They announced today that they officially signed him to a 1-year, $4.9 million contract. Like I said, and you guys know how we felt about this if you watched the shows previously, that I was hoping that they would finally give him at least a 2-year deal. Like, you gave all these random Joe Schmoes that you just signed 2-year deal. And yet, like, Juwan Jennings, okay, 1 year. It's like, give him some stability, like sign him for 2-3 years. Like,
absolutely.
So we'll have to go through, like, at the end of this, what even is more frustrating is that at the end of this, he won't be a restricted free agent anymore. So now we'll just lose him because the 49ers they only signed him to 1 year, Your thoughts on Juwan Jennings? I mean, but shout out to him for getting
for sure.
bigger bag at the end of the day. So
go ahead, Ty. You can go first.
Yeah. I'm with you. One, he deserved it, right? He deserved that second round tender. He needed the highest one. He's earned it. And he's also earned an extension. Now I know they haven't gotten into an extension season yet, but I'm looking for a 3-year extension at least. Right? And like you said, Miriah, he's not going to be restricted anymore.
Mhm.
So his price is going to do nothing but go up. Extend him now while he's still affordable, and you ain't got to worry about him for the next couple of years. He's set. And we saw, this season, he has become more than just third in Juwan.
Correct.
He's now first, second, fourth in Juwan. You can go to him at any time. He is reliable. And when he was absent at the end of the season, he was missed out there. Right? They were struggling to find a third wide receiver to step up and fill a void. So if they were smart, they better lock him up now. Just get it done.
Yeah. You know the saying, you take care of home first. You know what I'm saying? You drafted this guy, and I get it, and this is not a slight to Colton McKivitz, because I get it. He's a tackle, he plays more snaps, but he shouldn't be getting paid more than Juwan Jennings. I'm sorry. Like that 1-year deal should have been swapped. Give Juwan the 1 year $7 million if that's what you're gonna do, and give Colton McKivitz a 1 year 4.9. But like I said, it is what it is. Juwan Jennings absolutely deserves an extension. It's like, to me, I get it. Like, and he's done everything right. He hasn't complained. And what you work for, when you're at your job, what you work for is you get paid more money every year. You want that raise, and that's what he's done. But at the same time, it's like, man, give me some stability. And I get it. 4.9, if you're smart, is stable. I get it.
Yep.
But at the same time, if you're sitting there, if you truly value this man, and you're right, Ty, it's not just third and Juwan anymore. You can rely on him. I mean, he's even throwing touchdowns now. You know what I'm saying? He's even throwing touchdowns. The man is physical. He blocks. He brings his lunch every day. Like like if you're a nickel corner, you better bring your lunch, because you're gonna have to deal with that man.
Yep.
He gonna block you into the Gatorade bottles. That's how physical that man is. So I'm not saying nothing crazy. I say like a 3-year, $18 million deal. At the average is $6 million a year. Something like that, where he can, where you're showing him, hey man, I value you. Here's a 3-year deal. On year 2, if I see progression, we can talk about another extension. But right now, this is what we want to give you. So now he's not worrying year in and year out where he's gonna go. Like you said, Mariah, he's already been restricted a couple times, and next year he's not getting that anymore. So we're hopefully we don't lose him. And I know it's not extension season yet, but hopefully he gets his bag. So.
Yep. Hashtag smile. We're going to draw this first giveaway. So last call, make sure you're in there. Hashtag smile. We're going to draw for the Steve Young first, and then the AIYUK. Let me get this added up here. All right. Good luck. Those 11 of you that are in here, good luck. For the Steve Young. Let's see.
It's a good one.
Who we got here? 49er Media.
All right.
Congrats, Media. All right. And then AIYUK. Rookie card. Miriah.
Congrats.
Congrats.
I think she won last week too.
And Sims in the house.
Media and Maria, the M's, are winning it up. All right. All right. So the second giveaway, let me update this real quick, and then you guys can start entering your hashtag for the second giveaway, because it's going to be different. It is going to be hashtag Ebo.
No Corona. We're not doing that anymore. This is easier for us to keep track of, who actually is putting stuff in instead of scrolling down and looking at numbers.
Yeah.
Yep. because it wastes like 15 minutes trying to look at damn numbers and make sure that we got them all
There's
right
no
and all this
duplicates
shit.
and
So,
Fighting the duplicates and
yeah.
Hashtag
all
Debo.
right. Yeah. So for the second giveaway, we are doing the Prismatic group. So we got Debo
Ooh.
Prismatic. We have CMC Prismatic.
Nice.
And George Kittle Prismatic.
Nice.
So that would be the second giveaway. While you guys are here, let me just show what the last giveaway is. Brock Purdy and
Ronnie
Lott.
Ronnie.
Oh boy.
And this is numbered as well. 17 out of 50 signed.
Nice.
So yeah. And then, like I said, before Ty heads out, we'll do the giveaway for the shirt. So yeah, stick around.
AIYUK.
Hey, Miss Debbie. Hey, Sin. So yeah, hashtag Debo. All right. Another signing that we recently had is, and you know, we're us, so we make a big deal about, you know, backups and all this fun stuff. So the 49ers signed a backup quarterback, Josh Dobbs, the Pastronaut, who even already today shouted out the faithful on social media, said, "Can I get a bang bang Niner gang?" So shout out to him. Your guys' thoughts, because the news, and we're going to get into this, right? You know, you guys can link it together. And a recent backup that we had, Jimmy Garoppolo, signed with the Rams as their backup, which I think is so hilarious, because Rams fans were the first to always be giving a shit about Jimmy. And now they have it. Like LA put out a couple tweets welcoming to him to LA, all this. So they're super excited for him. So yeah, your thoughts on us signing Josh Dobbs? Well, they did, you know, Matt Mayoko and like a couple of the, you know, beat reporters had put out that there will be a competition. Like they made sure that they were like announcing that. So I don't know, you know, normally they don't say something unless the team puts something in their ears.
Yeah.
So they all made sure to say that there would be a backup competition with Josh Dobbs and Brandon Allen, which I'm pretty sure Josh Dobbs beats him out.
Yes.
That's how I feel about it. I'm happy that we signed him. I like it. You know, I thought, yeah, he had some bad games this last season, but he also had some good games, you know?
Oh, yeah.
And I think he's capable. Like, you don't want your backup to have to play no significant time, but if God forbid something happens and we need him to play a game or two, I feel confident that with Kyle, with our weapons, with everything else, that he can go in there and be okay enough for us to get a win. Thoughts, Josh Dobbs and Jimmy Garoppolo?
Jimmy G, flat out businessman. That's all I'm gonna say. The man knows how to keep a job, whether he's starting capability or not. He knows how to keep a job. Shout out to his agent. I mean, the man has made what, almost $200 million, if not more. I'm just taking a guess here, and has been horrendous. And I say it again, I used to argue with people all the time. Oh, you know, Jimmy G's a winner and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, the only time the man didn't throw an interception in a playoff game was when he threw 8 passes against Green Bay. That's the only time he didn't throw a pick. So to tell me he's a winner and all this other stuff is foolishness. But yeah, shout out to him, because I feel like he's going to play football as long as he can. And then he's probably going to get some kind of modeling contract after he's done. Like it's probably gonna happen. So hey, I'm not even mad at him. Go do your thing. Keep robbing these teams, because you should be in prison for all the money that they put in your bank account. So hey, more power to him. I hope he does get to play a couple times this year, and I hope it's against us so we can have a couple pick sixes, because that's what his forte is. He loves to throw the linebackers in the middle of the field. So Joshua Dobbs, I love to see it. I love to see. I told you guys the last show when we were no, not you. Sorry, Ty. It was me, her, and Tony. And I told them, even if we draft a rookie quarterback, which I still think we're going to do with 10 picks, even though we draft a rookie quarterback, I'm not comfortable with that QB room with just Purdy, Brandon Allen, and a rookie. I just wouldn't have felt comfortable.
Hmm.
I kept saying, we need to get us a seasoned vet. It's not somebody who's going to come in and take the job, obviously, but somebody who can win us 2 to 4 games. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If need be. I was saying, like, you had a Ryan Tannehill out there. This isn't that. I had forgot about Joshua Dobbs being a free agent, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But
Me
great signing,
too.
2 point something million dollars. I'll take it
Hmm.
because he's capable. He can go out and win you some games. And I tweeted this a couple when we signed him. Going into week 5, there was only 3 quarterbacks who hadn't thrown an interception, and he was one of them. It was Brock Purdy, Joshua Dobbs, and C.J. Stroud. Those 3 went 4 weeks without throwing a pick. And now we have somebody who the 49ers have seen up close and personal because, he
Yep.
played on the Cardinals and he played on the Vikings. So we got to play them both, and we got to see him up front. And one he started. I don't know if he started. No, he didn't start it because Kirk Cousins was starting that one. But we saw him
Cousins
up
played
close
the
and
whole
personal.
game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up close and personal. So yeah, I love the signing. Plus, it getting them under $3 million. Like, that's a Nate Sudfeld type of signing, but I think he
Yep.
has more talent. He has more talent than Nate Sudfeld. So yeah, I love that signing. I still think we draft a rookie, but man, it makes me feel much more comfortable about this quarterback room going into like OTAs and mini camp and all this other stuff. What you got, Miriah?
Well, I already gave how I feel about it. I'm
Yeah.
happy. And I feel like I said, I wasn't comfortable going in with just, even just going into the draft with, Brandon Allen as our only
Yeah,
backup. Like,
yeah,
there's a
but
reason why he's been like the third, guy. Like,
Yep.
like, no, he
mm,
just didn't all of a sudden get better. And he's magically the second guy. Like, there's no way
yeah,
I'm comfortable with him having to win us even
mm,
one game.
yeah.
So yeah.
What you got, Ty?
Yeah. We knew we weren't just going with Brandon Allen too long. They had to bring somebody in to get a guy that we've seen flash and show signs of, oh, he's got some real talent. He can play in this league, right? To get a guy like that, young, cheap, that smart as heck, I don't think he'll have any problem picking up the playbook. It's just learning how to play with his weapons. That's a no-brainer. You do that all day, every day, right? And you feel like since we've seen him play and we've seen him beat teams, you feel that, okay, in case of emergency, if we put him in, we don't have to hold our breath every play.
Mm-hmm.
He can make some things happen for us, right? Totally fine with that. I think it's a big upgrade to the QB room. I can see him easily being named QB2 at some point, and we'll be fine with that. I'm rocking. That was a great signing. James Richard Garoppolo, he just knows how to fleece these teams. He's still living off that 6 quarters of football that he played for the Patriots, and they hyped him up as the second coming of Tom Brady. Still living off that fame, right? He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, doing nothing, holding a clipboard, but it somehow means something to these teams. Like I said, if he plays against us, Fred Warner's going to be licking his chops, because we remember the practices. Fred Warner was picking him off every day. So go ahead, James. You do you. We'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Paul Price, I have to disagree with you, brother. One, I think we should draft a quarterback. We have 10 picks. And if we can bring in to strengthen this QB room, like Mariah said, I have no problem with Brandon Allen, but we can upgrade from that too. If we have 3
Mm-hmm.
strong quarterbacks, you got a rookie,
Exactly.
the 3 strong quarterbacks, you got a rookie to groom, you have a veteran in Joshua Dobbs, and you have our starter who's played like a top 10 quarterback for the last year and a half. You have to me, I wouldn't even have a problem draft if we have that many picks. I draft one every year if I had to, because
Yeah.
quarterbacks are a dime a dozen. If you have a quarterback that you always have either on your practice squad, whatever the case may be, then yeah, I don't think that's a problem. Like I said, if we had only 7 picks, if we had one in every round, I might be against it because we have dots. But having 10,
Yeah.
because not all your draft picks will make the roster. But I feel like if you can have, especially if Brian Greasy is picking him, I
Yeah.
trust him because he
There you
picked Brock
go.
Purdy. He picked Brock Purdy.
That's the
So if
key.
he sees something in a quarterback, exactly, Chrissy. If we see something in a quarterback and he says, "Hey, we're here in round 4," because don't forget we have round 1, 2, and 3, and 3/4. 3 4th-round picks. If there's a quarterback there that has fallen and we like him, you take him.
Yeah.
You keep that
What's up,
QB
John
room
B?
cheap, and it's a guy you can groom and coach up.
Exactly.
What's up,
Yep.
Chrissy? Real quick, Vito had asked, do you know if the airport accepts Venmo cards or cash when we pay at the parking lot to leave?
Not cash, but Venmo. Honestly, I can't answer it. I know they don't take cash. I don't think they take cash at the parking lot, but I think the Venmo cards, I think that's a no-no. But
Yeah,
like I said,
had
I would
no
try
idea.
it. I would try it just in case. But yeah.
What's up, Chrissy? All right, hashtag Debo for the second giveaway. Make sure you guys are in there. And then stick around a few more minutes, and then I'll have you guys start entering the hashtag for the t-shirt as well. Those that have joined since, we will be doing a giveaway for an AIYUK t-shirt, courtesy of our special guest Ty, as Denise calls him now. So yeah. What's up, Bryant? I see you.
Hold up, Denise. Define special.
Some kind of
Y'all
special.
be slick out there. Yeah.
Let's talk about AIYUK. He put out a tweet yesterday and tagged Mike Tomlin, the head coach for the Steelers, and said, they say we're twins. What do you think? With the eyeball emoji. Yeah. And obviously we know that rumors are going around about him wanting to go to the Jags, that there being mutual interest. A rumor was going around that the 49ers said, that they would have to give up their first round pick plus Zay Jones to trade Brandon AIYUK. There's also rumors going around that where else? Oh yeah, well, the Steelers, obviously, with him tweeting that out. Now everybody's jumped on that, and the Steelers have 6,000 jersey swaps of him in the Steelers uniform and all this. Do you guys think that we're seeing another like Debo Samuel? It's the off season. I need a contract extension type of activity here, or do you guys think that AIYUK really does want to go somewhere where maybe he can be the number one option and get paid?
Go ahead, Ty.
Nah, I think this is a situation of it's the off season. There's nothing happening. People are given an inch and they're taking a mile, right? If you look at like AIYUK and what's his name for the Steelers? Jeez, I forgot his
Russell
name.
Wilson?
No, the coach.
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. If you look at AIYUK and Tomlin, they kind of do look alike a little bit.
Add Omar Epps in there as well.
Yeah, add Omar Epps in there. They could be three brothers, right?
Yeah.
If you take AIYUK's hair off and make him bald and put the hair on Tomlin, it looks they do look exactly the same. It's crazy.
Yeah.
They did the picture like side by side.
but it's the people. This is the time of year where whenever you put something on social media, people are going to run with it, especially a player. So him doing that, and all of a sudden it's AIYUK wants to go to the Steelers, and and it's like he'll be the number one. Well, they already got Kenny Pickens there, who is the number one. So it's like that's not really the case. It's just taking an inch and running with it, right? Just like people put out that photo of just some random dude with dreads at a Hertz in Boston. And they're like, look, it's AIYUK in Pittsburgh.
They use that for every free agent.
Yeah, they do.
Every free agent.
Yeah. And it's like, and people were like running with it. And it's like, are you serious? So it's just one of those things. And remember, people have to make up stuff, right? Because there is no news. They have to make up things. So it's like, there's trade talks with the Jaguars. There's trade talks with this team. There's trade talks with that team. Every year, teams call each other about players, right? Especially when they're in the last year of their contracts.
Exactly.
People called the 49ers about Nick Bosa last year. And the conversations usually go, hey, Is Bosa available? No. Click. But with that, you can easily go online and say the 49ers had trade talks about Nick
Yeah.
Bosa.
Mhm.
That's how it goes. So this is just typical off season BS that's happening. The speculate, like you just said, the speculation train just runs wild, and you got to come up with things. And a lot of these so-called reporters and insiders, they just love to throw stuff out there that just in case something happens, they can say, I
I
was
was
right.
right. Yep.
I
Yeah.
reported this first, that he would be traded and blah, blah, blah. Like Brandon Ayuk could be traded to Mars, and dude would be like, well, I said he was going to the Steelers, but I said he would be traded.
Mhm.
It's one of those things. So
Hmm.
you can't listen to what's going on. Just wait and see.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that last part, Ty. It's like people throw stuff out there because, excuse me, what I'm gonna say, ladies. It's sad that we live in a dick measuring contest
Yeah.
where people want to be like, "Oh, see, I was right," and you were. It's like it's
Mhm.
foolishness.
Mhm.
So yeah, like people just. It's sad that people just want to have that clout to be the first one to be right. That's crazy to me. Like, were you not hugged enough as a kid that you need that validation? Like that's what it feels
Mhm.
like.
Yeah.
Like, um. So to me, it's frustrating because I've been beating this drum, me and Martin beating this drum, and it's like, I don't, I always mess up how the saying goes, but it's that one saying that like the reason of insanity is doing the same thing over again with no, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
the
With no
definition of
change.
insanity
Definition,
is
yeah, yeah,
doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a
yes,
different result. Yeah.
correct. So you look at the last two holdouts. Debo did not come in looking good, out of
Mhm.
shape, didn't do his thing, and let's be honest, Nick Bosa looked lackluster this year.
Yep.
He didn't look like the regular Nick Bosa. So you having these dudes hold out, and like me and Mariah say, it's funny to me. You sit there, you play these games month after month after month, and what happens? The player gets what he wants anyway.
Yeah.
So why you playing games? If let's just say, and here's the thing that that is kind of crazy to me because there's no NFL team that has done it, but at some point it's going to have to happen eventually. There's no team in the NFL right now that has paid two starting receivers more than 50 plus million, that out of their salary cap. Hopefully we're the first. I mean, if we're the first, so be it. I'll be happy for that. Right now, Debo's making 23.8 million. Ayuk's
Mhm.
getting more than that.
Yeah.
He's getting more.
He should.
He's probably gonna get about 28, to be honest.
He should.
Yeah, he's gonna get
We're
his
about to
money.
talk about that right now.
Yeah, so when you see that happening, it could be one of the two things. And I know, and I saw you posted on Twitter, Mariah. You were like, the this regime had no ties to DeForest Buckner, so he was traded. But that was still a surprise. I never thought somebody of that caliber would get traded, especially when I thought he was the best defensive lineman. I mean, at the time on the team as far as interior. You know what I mean? I thought Eric Armstead would be the one to be traded. Then they made another surprise, sort of kind of with the Trey Lance thing. I thought Trey Lance would at least play one more year and then see what happens because of Brock Purdy's injury, and then they traded him. So that was a kind of a shocker to me too. Not surprised he got traded. It was just when he was traded. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you look at what's going on now. I don't think Ayuk is going to get traded, but at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if he was because I'm worried about like what's going to happen. Because I think he's a man of his word. I don't think he's playing games. I think he'll sit out if he doesn't get his money. I think he will. And then, oh well, he needs to shut up because he's on a 5th-year deal. It doesn't matter. He wants stability. He's giving you guys stability. He's giving you the most durable weapon on offense since he's been here. Even CMC. I mean, he's been healthy. I give it to him. But like Kittle's always, has his little nicks and
Yep.
bruises where he misses 3 or 4 games. Debo has his issues where he misses a couple of. Besides CMC, who's been healthy since he's been here, and IU, he's been a healthy man, and he does. And I was saying on Spaces last week or maybe earlier in the week, I was like, the thing about Ayuk, everybody says, well, he only has 1,300 yards and 7. You look at CeeDee Lamb, you look at Tyreek Hill. Yeah, they're the number one option. Give that man a number, and he probably feels he's the number one option. He feels that way. He feels like you give me 150, 160 targets, I'm giving you probably close to 2K and 15
Yep.
touchdowns. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So, and it's funny to me. People were like, "Oh, he needs to just be quiet and play," and crying about his situation. Well, didn't we fire a defensive coordinator because the players didn't like their play style?
Mhm.
Right? So maybe he feels he wants to go to a team that fits his play style better. Nothing wrong with that. He feels like I'm a deep threat. You saw Miriah always brings it up. Deep ball me, please.
Yep.
He feels like his game is not being put to its full capacity.
Not at all.
He feels like I can go out there and be a Tyreek Hill. I can go out there and George Jefferson. Just give me the opportunity. So we can't be mad at him if he wants to. He never even asked for a trade. But I'm just saying, if there's stuff going on behind the scenes where he's not happy and he's just like, oh, I want to go, I want to go here because I want to play my game to my full capacity. Can't be mad at the man because, like I said, there was players on defense who were crying about Steve Wilkes because they weren't getting put to their best capability as a defender, and we got rid of them. So all players want a situation where they're going to be the best that they can be. Am I correct?
Yep.
So, like I said, I hope he stays. He's I know that's Miriah's boy. Like, he's been groomed. And before I go, because I know you only have another half hour or 20 minutes, Ty. Here's the thing. I was listening to a podcast earlier, and people, you can think what you want about Grant Cohn. One thing I don't think he is a liar, especially because he mentioned AIYUK's mom in public, where he said that he was having dinner with her one day, and she was upset, saying that how her son is being portrayed, that he's not a hard worker, how he's just lackluster and all this stuff. And then for you to put him in the doghouse, and Kyle kept saying, well, he needs to work harder. I'm sorry. Even if he's not working as hard as you feel he is Trent Sherfield and Muhammad Sanu was not better than that man. So to put him on fourth on the depth chart is crazy to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And where they at now?
Yeah, I don't care what the situation is. He can go out there and play 50% of his capability. He's still better than them dudes. Mm-hmm. So to sit there and say that he's below the depth chart of Muhammad Sanu and Trent Sherfield because he needs to work harder. Everybody who's been at camp says that this man works hard. So I don't agree with what was said. Mm-hmm. So, but anyway, that's my take on it. Hopefully a deal gets done. But, like I said, they need to hurry up and stop playing games because there's like 3 big-time receivers that need deals in Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Justin Jefferson. They get paid. Oh, my goodness. They're going to have to pay AIYUK something that they don't want to pay him, or something's going to have to give. So, yep.
They should have jumped on it early, set the market, set the tone.
Well,
don't have to worry about the off-season holdouts, hold-ins, none of that crap. You knew this was coming.
Exactly. And then here's the thing before Miriah goes to the next topic and goes to the giveaway. Calvin Ridley just signed for 4 years, $92 million.
I know.
That was our next topic.
That's the benchmark. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Miriah.
That's the bar right there. That's the low bar.
We talk about the contract soon.
Low bar. Yep, you're right, Ty.
Yep.
Hashtag Debo. We're drawing now. Once again, and we're drawing in this order. Kittle, Debo, then CMC. We got Kittle prismatic, Debo prismatic, and CMC prismatic.
Those are fire.
All right, so good luck. Hashtag Debo. Let's go. All right, for Kittle. Miss
Dev.
Congrats.
Yay. All right. For Debo. Moses. And for CMC. Denise. Congrats.
See, Denise, you call our guest special. You won a prize.
How about that? All right. Let me set up the giveaway for the shirt real quick. And while I do that, no, because people won't spell it right.
That's true.
While I do that, we can start talking about that and the fact that a couple wide receivers just got paid, and one in the same draft class, and has been way shittier than Brandon Ayuk, has never even had a 1,000-yard season, and that's Jerry Jeudy. We know he got traded from the Broncos to the Browns, and now the Browns just extended him 3 years, $58 million, $41 million fully guaranteed. So that, you know, comes out to $19 million a year. And then, like you had mentioned, Calvin Ridley signed for 4 for $92, $50 million guaranteed, and $23 million a year. And I was looking up at other like wide receiver contracts and what they're at, you know, like what the highest ones they're currently at. And if you go per year, Tyreek Hill sits at the top making $30 million a year. Devontae Adams is at $28 million a year. Cooper Kupp is at $26.7 a year. AJ Brown is at $25 million a year. And then Stephon Diggs, 24, DK Metcalf, 24, Debo, 23.85. And then you get into Pittman and then Ridley. And then you have a bunch of wide receivers that, you know, are sitting right around that 20 million a year mark. And, you know, for just example, so you could compare, like, you know, like you got Brandon Cooks, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, Mike Evans, DJ Moore. T. Higgins is making 21. Terry McLaurin, 22. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what they end up doing with Brandon Ayuk. You know, I think this is a case of them setting the bar like, oh yeah, if you want him, okay, you come give us your first round pick plus your player. Like you're setting the, like, you know, you're going to have to give us a king's ransom if you want him, because we don't want to trade him type of deal. And the 49ers have the leverage because he's on a 5th-year option. He can say he can hold out all he wants. Hold out. You're going to be, you know, you're screwing yourself because they can, you're on your 5th-year option. They can tag you next season. They can tag you again after that if they really wanted to, you know? So it's, I don't see, like, I don't know. What are your thoughts on, you know, how much, like, what are you guys willing? And obviously it's not our money, so we really don't give a shit, but, you know, what do you think is, like, you know, a doable number for Brandon Ayuk? What has he proved that he's worth at this point? Because, you know, he's a hell of a blocker, a route runner, a pass catcher. Like, you know, he does shit that half these receivers don't even do.
Yeah, you're right. He can work the underneath routes. He can go deep. He can catch a screen. Like he does. Like I said, man. Yeah, like I said, you know, I think you're on Spaces when I was talking, right? You can literally look at all 10 categories or whatever that you want to put in receivers in. He's in every one of them in the top 10. You can look, you can put him in for route running, his deep ball ability, underneath routes, all that stuff. You can put him, and even though he's not the tallest guy at 6 foot, his arms are so long.
Wingspan.
He can win. He can win a. I mean, yeah, his wingspan. So he can win a jump ball. So I think ultimately he gets paid anywhere between 25 to 30 because I think he's going to get paid more than Debo. I think he goes higher than that because, like I said, and it all depends on Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I think those two are like beasts, man. And like Lamb is good too, but I don't think Lamb is on that category. Do you, Ty? Like I think Chase and Jefferson are better than CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I think that you get those two, like if those two get paid, and let's just say they give Justin Jefferson $30 million a year, Ayuk's getting at least 27.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to pay that, man. Yeah, like I said, if you want to bring up trade scenarios, obviously I don't want that to happen. Like I've told this all the time. You pay him and find some way to get rid of Debo if you had to pick between the two. But if you're talking draft compensation, I think I told you this a while back, Ty. Like it kind of be like I want, let's say it's the Steelers. You give me the 20th pick. You give me Calvin Austin, who's an up and coming receiver, who's like a deep threat. He can do punt returns, kickoff returns pretty effectively, and he's a great deep threat. He's young. going into his third year from the University of Memphis. So you get him. Then you give me a third round pick as well.
Yep.
And then we can talk a first, third, and a player who's serviceable who can come in and contribute, and then we can talk from there. Or you want to sweeten the pot because he gonna get he gonna do his thing. You can do like an
Yep.
Alex Smith type deal. Remember when we gave up a second and a third for Alex Smith, but that
Yep.
third the following year jumped to a second depending on his
Yeah.
productivity.
Yep.
We can do that with AIYUK. You can be like, give me a first this year, give me Calvin Austin, give me a third in 2025 that can jump to a second if he has over 1,200 yards.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? To sweeten our pot. Because we have the leverage, like Miriah said. So, yeah, like I said, this is not what I'm advocating for. I'm saying, like, he's well worth it. I think AJ Brown went for the 18th overall pick 2 years ago and the 101st. So it's going to be a comparable type situation to where you have these type of guys come, type of trade scenarios. But yeah, in my opinion, Ty, I'm going to send this over to you. He's going to get more than Debo. It's going to be 25 to 30 million a year.
Yeah, I had him in that range as well, averaging around 28 a year, just because I got him as a top 5 receiver in this league. He can do it all. And like, it's just a matter of him not getting the targets that those other guys had. And he's still putting up 1,400 yards a year. Yep. Still beating the top corners in this league. Everyone talks about Kansas City defense and they got the corners and they playing so good. He was routing them dudes up in the Super Bowl. If he was the first option out there, I think we'd be talking a whole lot different. But that's another story for another day. But he's a top 5 receiver. He's also a first round pick. So when you talk about trading for him, you got to at least give us a first to get him.
Yeah, it starts with that.
Plus, starts with that. Plus, with him being, a top 5 player, it demands more equity. So I'm with you. First, third, and I need a replacement player as well.
Yeah.
And if it ain't a receiver, well, what else do I need? I need a safety. I need this. What do you have? You got to come to the table with these elements to even start the negotiations. Don't be like, I got this first. Well, that's good. Come back when you got more. Mm-hmm. If you want to even inquire about him, that's what it's going to take. So yeah, I see him definitely getting paid more than Debo.
Yeah, for sure.
To me, he's more valuable to the team. I know Kyle doesn't think that way, but with everything he does, his value is unquestioned. And you mentioned one big thing, durability. Like I remember him missing just one game, and that was this year. That's it.
That was against the Giants game. Yep, that was it.
Against the Giants. That was it. Right? So you got to come to the table with something, and he's definitely going to get his.
You know what's funny too? This draft is kind of comparable to the one that he came out of with the CeeDee Lambs, the T. Higgins, the Jerry Judys, the Justin Jeffersons. Only one that really didn't pan out. Well, even though Judy hasn't lived the expectation, well, you got Ruggs he went to prison. Yeah. Then you got Jalen Reagor who hadn't panned out.
Yeah. Reagor didn't pan out.
Jalen Reagor didn't pan out. Yeah. So you got just a couple, but you got Michael Pittman, T. Higgins. You got a lot of people that came out. So a lot of people. Yeah. So a lot of people are trying to compare, but it's like it's hit and miss because you look at you might get a Jefferson, an AIYUK, and a Lamb, but then you could also get a Judy and a Ruggs and a Reagor. You know what I'm saying? So it's hit and miss. So I hate when I hear the fans say, "Oh man, top 17 pick, we got to take that. This is a receiver heavy draft." Yeah, you can get Brandon AIYUK or you can get you a Justin Blackmon. Yep. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're getting. Why not pay the man who's been there for you, who you drafted? Listen, Miriah says all the time, you pretty much molded your receiver of what you wanted him to be. And then you want to get rid of him.
That makes no sense. On a common sense scale, that is low. The needle has fallen off because it makes no sense at all. You've put this man in a doghouse, put him through everything, built him up to be the perfect receiver for you, Kyle. And now you're going to let him go? That makes no sense at all. None.
Yeah. Hashtag AIYUK to get into the giveaway for the AIYUKin shirt, courtesy of our guy, Ty. Please make sure that you are subscribed to Ty's channel as well. the link to the description, the link to his channel is in the description box of this video. So please make sure you click on that. Go hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed to him, since he's being nice and giving us something to give away. So yeah, hashtag AIYUK, and we will draw that in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
So
And
get in
fam,
there, hashtag AIYUK.
And fam, just remember, this shirt is free. Give Miriah some time to get it mailed out to you, please. If you don't get it in 2 to 3 weeks or whatever, where's my
Everything.
shirt? She's
Cards,
sending it to
shirts,
you
everything.
for free. Okay, just remember that.
Out after every single show. Like, I actually have a life and stuff to do as well. I can't just spend every day of my life sending out mail for giveaways. So
Not running to the post office. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mail out when I can mail out. I have life happen, so shit happens. So, if you have to wait longer than I tell you when it's coming to you. So it's not like you need to be checking your mail from here till the next 7 months. I'm going to tell you and notify you when the package is on its way to you. So you can
There you go.
know. So yeah, you don't need to be asking me every single show where your stuff is, because, that's just going to make it take longer to get to you, honestly.
Yeah.
So hashtag AIYUK to get into the t-shirts giveaway. And while I give you guys a couple minutes, this will be Ty's last topic with us. So I want to give your shots. There's coming out with a new show on Netflix called Receiver. For those that seen the show last season, called Quarterback. It's similar to that, but obviously following around receivers. George Kittle and Deebo Samuel are both a part of this, as well as Devontae Adams, Justin Jefferson, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. So Kittle is the only tight end on there, and we're the only team to have 2 players on there. So I thought that was pretty cool. Just let you know how awesome we are. Thoughts on, because if you guys watch, a lot of they tried to do the quarterback show again. And they kept coming out with like, oh, they asked this quarterback and he declined. They asked this quarterback and he declined. Yeah. They kept declining, because if you remember, and if you watched the show, or if you didn't, like, they're like all of like in your life, your home life, your everything, what you do to get ready for games, your like, and a lot of players are like, I don't want those people, all up in our business all the time. Like, once I leave the facility, like, I want to have my own time, like, not worried about this camera crew following me around and being a part of my life, my wife, my kids, all this. So I thought it was very interesting that Deebo was being a part of it, but hey, thoughts on Receiver?
Go ahead, Ty. Since you got short time.
I like the quarterback show. I thought that was very well done. Peyton Manning knows how to put on good shows. He's found his niche after playing football. Let's put that out there. But a quarterback was very well done. It is very invasive and intrusive. They do get all up in your business and follow you around and what you're doing, what you're eating, who you're dating, the kids, everything.
Yeah.
So it is a good look to the insight and what they go through, especially like game days and how they get beat up and, recovering from that. So that was a great look. I think it'll be great to give receivers some spotlight, because they're always talked about as being divas and nothing else.
Yeah.
So this would be great to like, all right, let's get a look into what they go through and how they are, the people inside the helmet, I should say. And I think it's cool that George Kittle was included, even though he's technically a tight end and not a wide receiver. But we know how George is with the camera and how open he is and outspoken. I think he's going to be dynamic on this thing. And we might see a side of George we didn't even know was there. So that's going to be great. So I'm excited for it, and they always want the 49ers to be in something. So I know them. They was probably planning all along, like, let's see if we could get 2 of them. Right. Let's see if we can get as many as we can. So they got 2 of our guys. So it's going to be cool to watch. I'm excited for it.
Okay. Well, as a man that didn't get the benefit of watching that show, do they actually do like drills and stuff? They go out there and catch passes and all this other stuff, or not
Everything,
really? Oh, they do everything.
everything that
Okay.
they do
Okay. So
from
Yeah,
the
that's
time
cool.
they
they
wake
show
up
them
to
in
the time they go to
practice.
bed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
So
show them
no, I
in
was asking.
practice with
Yeah.
the team
Okay.
some, and they show
Okay.
them doing individual work, like the things
Oh.
they do on their own during the
Okay.
week to get ready for a game. So it
Okay.
was
Yeah.
cool.
I was asking because Mariah said they asked a bunch of quarterbacks and they were like, no, 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 no. So I thought they
Hmm.
were gonna get like some college quarterbacks to like maybe throw to them or something. So,
Hmm.
so I see what you guys are saying. Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds like a good deal. And yeah, you're right. I think, it's funny. I don't know anything about Saint Brown. He seems to look like a quiet dude. You know what I mean, from what
Hmm.
I've
Mm-hmm.
seen. But yes, it's gonna be interesting to see that. But I think George Kittle's probably gonna be the one who's more entertaining because you
Mm-hmm.
know how he
Yeah,
is with the camera and stuff like that. And yeah, I think his personality. I truly believe once he retires, he's gonna be a wrestler. He'll be in
oh
Yeah.
WWE
yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
making
For
for
more,
sure.
sure,
yeah,
for
making
sure.
more money probably.
Yep.
So yeah, no, seriously, because them fools get paid. People don't realize how
Yeah.
much those
Yeah,
wrestlers get paid.
yeah,
Like,
they get
so
top
yeah,
dollar.
so. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. I didn't get a chance to watch the quarterback one, but I will tune in for this one. The show you guys are talking about is the one where Kirk Cousins was in, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I'm about to check that out whenever it comes out.
Hmm.
So interesting.
Yeah,
It actually like made me like I couldn't stand Kirk Cousins before. And a lot of it, I'll be honest, had to do with because everybody kept saying, "Oh, you guys are gonna get Kirk Cousins,
yeah,
Kyle loves Kirk Cousins." So it made me just dislike him even more just because I didn't want to hear about him anymore. But watching that show, it gave me like actually like a new respect for him. And actually, like I went away from it thinking like, okay, he ain't that bad, like
right.
I wouldn't have been that upset if he would have came
Hmm.
after all.
He's really like a good family man and stuff, isn't he?
He
Like
Mm-hmm.
he's
is, he
yeah,
is, and good guy in
yeah,
the community and everything. Like,
yeah.
yeah, it totally sheds a different light on them. It gives you some real insight to the man, the person.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Last call. Hashtag AIYUK for the AIYUKin shirt. We are
Last
drawing.
call for alcohol this evening. Drink up, drink up, drink up. In order again.
All right. We're drawing. We're drawing.
Let's do
Good
it.
luck, everybody.
Ooh,
Miss
Miss Deb
Deb.
again.
Miss
Very nice.
Demi.
Call it butter because she's on the road. All right.
Because Miss Debbie, see, awesome people that do awesome things happen to them. So, that's all I'll say. Miss
It's that
Debbie
simple.
has amazing luck
Congratulations, Miss Deb.
because she's such an amazing
Congrats.
woman. That's why. Congrats, Miss Deb. All right, for the last giveaway, the Purdy and Ronnie Lott. Let me update this real fast. I already know what I'm putting, so. And then we'll let Ty get out of here because he has better stuff to do, okay? Then kick it with
Gotta
us.
walk my dog.
All right, so, oops, not Putty.
David, you're gonna have to ask
Hashtag
StreamYard.
Purdy. Hashtag Purdy to get into the last giveaway. Ty, appreciate you so
Yo.
much for being here.
Thanks for
Let
inviting
all
me.
the good people,
Absolutely.
in case they don't know, where they can find you real quick before you get out of here.
Yeah, that's my handle on everything right there. Mr. Ty Austin. You can find me on all the socials. I'm just hanging out, having a good time with everybody, and subscribe to my channel. It's the Stay Faithful channel, Stay Faithful podcast. Show some love.
There you have it. And if you're not subscribed to him, make sure you go to the description box of this video. The link's right there for you. All you do is have to click it and go hit that subscribe button. Ty, thank you so much again for being here. You're more than welcome anytime.
Thank you. I
I
appreciate it.
always
Always.
appreciate you, fam. Yep.
Yeah, we'll do it again
We'll talk
soon.
soon.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, later.
See ya. All right, let me update this little thingamajigger real quick so people aren't just entering AIYUK still. And then that's awesome that Miss Debbie won the shirt. Now we can be twins, Miss Debbie. I know you love that. All right. Hashtag Purdy to get into the Purdy. We know, Steve-O, we know. What's up, Collie? Hashtag Purdy to get into the Purdy and Ronnie Lott giveaway. So the only thing really that I had left to talk about was the last time that we talked, it wasn't made official. And now it's actually, this will just take up time too. You guys are entering the last giveaway. It's actually official. That was Leonard Floyd. And I listened to Floyd and the guy that we traded for, Collins, right? Is his name?
From the Texans. Yeah.
Yeah. I listened to both of them talk, and I'm like, these guys, they seem like they really fit in here. Real quick, it was just Collins just talked for like a couple, maybe like a minute and a half or 2 minutes or something. But something that stuck out, he said that he was surprised, obviously, that he got traded. And then he said that actually, like, the person he found out from was D'Amico reached out to him himself and said, hey, I just wanted to be the first one to tell you that, you're being traded to the 49ers. It's a really great organization. It's going to be a perfect place for you. And they're going to take care of you over there. Like, told him all that. Which normally, I guess, from the sound of it, the head coach normally, don't call you or isn't the first one to call you. It'll be, you'll find out from your agent. Some people find out from social media, like the team don't even respect them enough to even tell him, so I was like, hats off to D'Amico because, he's just such a freaking awesome guy. But, then he was saying that he's been wanting to play like with D'Amico, and to hear like players, every player that they talked about is talking about how, not D'Amico, with
Chris Kocurek.
Yeah. Every player that, plays on the D line that they interviewed talked about him. Like, we've been waiting to play with him our whole career. We know that, like, guys come here and turn their career around with him, so word's out. We always talk about that we get lucky with these D-line guys that come and know that, okay, if we go there and play with Kocurek, we'll get a good year on tape, and then we could get our bag from somebody else, right? And they go on to collect a bag, and some of them are never that good again. It's just like a facade. So that is the word that seems to be out there with these D-line guys, because they're saying that in their interviews. Like, we know that we can come there, and working with him is going to turn our career around, But both, talked about how the 49ers, are just from seeing, being on the outside looking in, like a top organization, a place that obviously they know that they can come to and they're going to have a chance to win a Super Bowl. A lot of guys, like Leonard Floyd said, he had multiple offers out there, but he said the 49ers were aggressive. And he said, which is odd, right, from the 49ers, because they don't seem too aggressive with anybody else. But real quick, Floyd had said, yeah, I got a call from my agent. I had quite a few offers, but what it was, the 49ers didn't bullshit around. They was out the gate, came with a great deal. It was a solid deal for me. And there really wasn't no second guessing it. They showed that they wanted me from the jump. So once I saw that, I'm like, shoot, I want you all too. So I'm on the way. That's pretty much how it went. And then he went on to say, what led me to them was, from the outside looking in, I knew this was a team that was ready for a Super Bowl run. I didn't want to go to a team and not be in a position to not be able to play in the playoffs or win a championship. So I came here with aspirations of coming in, helping the defense out to win games, and getting back to the big game. So I'm pretty, obviously, we talk about this every offseason that the fans want to hear the 49ers signing this big name guy, right? It seems like they don't even care if the person can help us as long as it's just a big name. Oh, the 49ers made a big name signing. They made a splash. And it's just like, I'd rather have 5 guys that are people we probably never even heard of, or maybe, just once or twice heard of them, not some big name that's, out there, but guys that are going to come in and fill the holes of this team and fill needs or fill depth where it's needed, compete, and guys that want to win championships, that love football, that eat and breathe and want to actually win. Like, because like I said, our core that we've been going back with, we're not winning with them. Like, something has to change, and changes had to be made. And I'm happy with this group of guys. Obviously, like I said, they're not going to be world beaters, right? But the production that we can get from 4 or 5 guys that we sign and the money that we're paying them on top of it, such little money compared to like that we'd be paying Armstead and only get 1 guy, or we can get 5 guys that equal Armstead's pay. It seems like much smarter to go with these guys. And the ones that we've heard from, like, I'm all about, like, I'm a vibe person. And there's been players that, their first interviews, I'm like, their vibes off. Like, I don't think they're going to match with this team, and they don't end up working. Like, there's a certain type of players on this team, and you have to be able to fit in with them, or you're going to stick out like a freaking sore thumb.
Yeah. I mean, you make some excellent points about that, and yeah, you're absolutely right. And I want to say, I don't know which D tackle it was. I want to say it was a Jordan Elliott guy we got from Cleveland. His production was not too far off from Eric Armstead's. Like, you know what I mean? So if you can come in and you get a guy at a third of the cost, I'm taking it. For you to get Jordan Elliott and then get you got Jordan Elliott and I think Floyd and Collins all for the same price that you would have been paying for Eric Armstead. So you get these guys, at a deal that can come in and fit in, that are hungry or, and looking for a payday probably. You know what I mean? Like, you got the Collins or Jordan Ellis are probably like, man, I can go to this team. And everybody already knows, the reputation for Chris Kasarik is out there.
Yep.
Everybody knows, all the agents know. You go play for this man, there's a big chance, there's a probably 80% chance that you're going to get paid. Look at the Arden Keys and, the people that have left us and gotten to pay, the Ebelcom, stuff like that. Gross mottos, like
me
like
too.
Izzy
I
just
like
said.
him,
So,
yeah.
and it's like, and the main thing that I love is that these guys have been relatively healthy. That's the thing that excites me the most. Like, then you got Leonard Floyd hasn't missed a game since 2018 and has averaged 10 sacks. So you get a guy that's averaged 4 seasons, 4 to 5 seasons, get you double digit sacks. That's awesome. That we can have that. Plus, we still have the Drake Jackson. Plus, we still have the Robert Bills, who can probably still have time to develop. They're still young. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
I'm not out on those guys yet, even though we got these new ones. So, it's just there's still time for them to get it. And who knows? Floyd can come in and teach Bill something, can teach Drake Jackson something. When you start getting your repertoire of how you play in the game, you can get, oh, I get this from Bosa, I get this from Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You pick pieces of what works for you. You know what I mean? So, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put this question on the board that we can answer. But yeah,
Hashtag Purdy.
I like all the signings. Like, and it's funny, after Floyd, I think my favorite one is probably gonna be funny to some people. Is gonna be Joshua Dobbs, because I was so worried about the QB room. So yeah, I love, like I said, you could have went out and got a Daniil Hunter. Perfect. Yeah. And he gets hurt, then what? Then we're back to square one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, like, we got the Tre'Davious White, which I love him as a corner, but he's always been hurt. He's been hurt the last 2 years. Are we gonna have people want him so bad because of the name? Like you said, he's a Pro Bowl, been to 4 Pro Bowls. So did Jason Verrett. Okay. Jason
Yeah.
Verrett went to multiple Pro Bowls and he really didn't do nothing for us. So you have to be careful of who you want. Like, sometimes it's not about what your last name is and what you've done and what can you do going forward. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Go ahead, you can
Is
draw.
this
I'm gonna
the
try to find
question?
this comment. Yeah, I can't find it yet. I'm gonna keep scrolling.
Oh, it's not this one? I thought you started
Oh
this
yeah,
one.
yeah. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Well, other than our payroll department, I think our organization is pretty smart, and I think they're gonna look at the future and see what's gonna happen with this. I don't think that I think they're gonna they're smart enough to understand, like, okay, I know we're gonna have to pay this person. Purdy's gonna get paid. I mean, so yes, to answer your questions, this signing is not going to hurt the signing of a Brock Purdy. I don't think it will. If even if Brandon Ayuk gets paid 25 million, because I want to say, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think this year is the last year of Debo's contract because he signed a 3-year deal, right?
It's not the last year, but
This is
they
the
can
last
cut
year
him after this
after
year
this
and
year.
not be
Okay,
this dead cap, like,
not be
this
so.
huge dead cap
Oh,
like there is
not
this
so much
season if they cut
penalized.
him.
Okay, yeah, Joan and payroll, and I'm just messing around about the payroll department. We all make mistakes. I just had to throw that in there because I thought that was crazy to lose a draft pick, but whatever.
And that was like
But yeah,
3, 4, whatever years ago, like 2021, they said, or
2021,
something.
yeah. So on the second, then we lose a
They're
draft
just
pick, and then
finding it.
and then our fourth rounder has to go to the end of the fourth round now. But it is what it is. We still get to keep that pick. But yeah, so anyway, I don't think it affects Brock Purdy. Like I said, if they sign Brandon Ayuk to 25 million and then decide to keep Debo, and then it hinders the signing of Brock Purdy, I think somebody's going to end up getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Exactly, Collie. I want JC Jackson because, like I said, they're thinking about the name instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag Purdy to get into the last giveaway of the day. As Melissa said, Ty, who just got off the show, starts his next show at 5. So make sure you guys go tune in to East Coast Red and Gold. He will be on there. And yeah, make sure you guys spread the love around. Go say what's up.
Yeah.
All right. Hashtag Purdy. Again, this is for the Brock Purdy Emergent and the Ronnie Lott numbered and signed. We'll be drawing the Purdy first and then the Lott. So, oh yeah, shout out to David McNiner and to Bryant Culp. They did a signed Kaepernick jersey giveaway on their channels, and I won.
Oh, very
So
nice.
yeah, it should be coming soon. So once I get it, I'll make sure I show you guys. But yeah, shout out to them. They're awesome. Make sure you guys are also subscribed to their channels, Bryant Culp and David McNiner. All right, let's share this. All right, you guys,
Hashtag
ready?
Purdy.
Ready? Good luck. Good luck. Drawing Purdy first. The lucky winner is
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
So, Mr. Corona, you were incorrect by saying, why do the same people win? Because we got somebody different right now.
And we even changed games up and everything, so it can't be just the same people winning. Completely different game. All right, so the Ronnie Lott. Congrats, Steve-O. Ronnie Lott.
He said he wasn't going to play either. That's funny.
I know, he entered at the last minute.
Oh, wow.
Miss Debbie.
She's cleaning up today.
She's cleaning up everything.
She's cleaning up. She's
Move
cleaning
out
up.
the way of the queen. She's taking it. All right. Congrats, Miss Debbie. See, I told you. It's because she's awesome.
She's always there for everybody else.
Yep.
Yep.
Let me play a little something. Here you go for all the winners. Congrats. Congrats. Closing thoughts before we get out of here.
Nothing really about the team. Just a shout out to Miss Debbie Ryan. She every time somebody's having an issue on Twitter, I don't have any other platforms, but on Twitter, if somebody's having a crisis, a bad day, she's always the first to reach out and say, "Hey, how can I help you out? How can I do this for you?" Hitting you up in the DMs, asking and you know what? That's why she won 3 times today. She's just a great person. She's always trying to help people out. So yeah, I believe in good karma and bad. So
Yep.
you sit here and you help people out, Miss Debbie, and I'm glad that you won these 3 times today. Is well deserved.
Yep, I agree. She is always amazing to me. So that's, amazing people. I as well believe in karma, good and bad.
Good
And
and black.
she is an amazing, amazing, amazing woman. So she
Absolutely.
definitely deserves her good karma. Tomorrow, 3 Pacific time, 2 Goat Show with me and Steph Sanchez. Make sure you guys tune in. And I think that's it.
That's it.
Shout
I
out
appreciate you
to
all.
y'all that tuned in. Shout out to the chat. You guys always keep the chat going like crazy. And I appreciate it so much. Like I said, all those that aren't in the chat that watch back on replay, you guys as well are appreciated. I hope you guys all have a safe and wonderful rest of your week. Please, please, please stay safe out there. Safe weekends. And if I don't see you, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I'm not telling you have a safe weekend yet. But if I don't see you tomorrow, have a safe weekend. Much love, fam. Till next time, we're out of here.
Good night.